Okay, Firefly makes a joke of the sci-fi genre it attempts to live in. Battlestar Galactica has accurate or almost accurate scientific concepts, a concept of travel at speeds that are consistent with Newtonian physics and beyond with reality. And Firefly, I believe that they take too many liberties, expanding on going into fantasy when it should be sci-fi.
Stop.
Sir.
Assertive voice. Here you go. Stop.
Go. Start.
Okay, science fiction. I'm not a big fan of science fiction per se. All the stuff that I have liked in the past that were science fiction were usually blended with something else. Star Wars was like sci-fi, fantasy, adventure. Aliens was sci-fi, horror, action. Firefly is science fiction, adventure, and humor. And that really draws me into it. I think there's something very polarizing and very cold about straight sci-fi. Firefly, the humor, really makes it human and allows me to enjoy, and other people to enjoy too. Okay, so, going back to the science fiction thing, like I said, Firefly deals with it in a very humorous way. Not in a mocking way. I mean, these are just normal people in space. They just happen to be in space driving around this beat-up, junky machine. In Battlestar Galactica, it's very science fiction, very monotone, and there's not much. It's very drab. It's very boring. It's all navigation and space fights and Cylons and, man, snooze. Seriously, falling asleep talking about it.
Firefly, the story arcs that happen can happen anywhere else. Versus what happens in Battlestar Galactica can only be developed in space, can only be developed having a man-made species of sentient beings. And my contention is that Firefly could have happened without any space travel, without any futuristic themes into it, and that it did not belong in space. Battlestar Galactica has the best fans. Why? Because we take our sci-fi seriously. We don't live out in fantasy land where there's Victorian dresses in space and we're playing cops and robbers or cowboys and Indians. We're not holding up trains out in the frontier where we're playing cowboys in space. This is about serious stuff, and we take our sci-fi seriously. Thank you.
That was weak.
You're
weak.
weak.
This. No, I'm strong. I'm strong.
Whatever, pinche Willow.
Strong.
Go for it.
All right.
3, 2.
Okay, the fandom of Firefly is way better than Battlestar Galactica's fandom. Battlestar Galactica's fans, although they are abundant and they are passionate in what they like, they're not as out there as the Firefly fans are. And when I mean out there, I mean you don't see constant Tumblrs and emails and everything dedicated to Battlestar Galactica as much as you see Firefly stuff. You see t-shirts and all kinds of Firefly merchandise out there that fans design and sell on all these independent websites like Etsy, brown coats, and
brown coats, son.
Brown coats. I hate Battlestar Galactica because it sucks.
It does not suck. It's for grown-ups.
So
that's the only problem.
Now it's my turn.
I time you. I time you. Ready? Go.
Continuing my argument about Firefly's fans, there's a documentary on Netflix about Firefly's fans and how dedicated they are and how happy they are for the show to have existed and presented to them the characters, all those relatable characters that they were given to them by Joss and everybody in the Firefly establishment, from the actors all the way down to production assistants. That's fandom. They make Jane hats. So many people that make Jane hats. It's incredible. That's fans.
Time. There you go. Give me 3 seconds to set up my mind.
Okay, in this next segment, we're going to flip a little bit, and I'm going to start first. And Felix is going to play the Firefly song, and right now we're dueling the theme songs to the shows, so he's going to start with the Firefly, and me, who's tone deaf, is going to sing the words to the Firefly theme whenever you're ready.
And I can play the guitar a little better than Jose.
A lot better.
So this is no way, I'm not endorsing Firefly but just playing the music. I'm just aiding the production.
After this, he's going to play the Battlestar Galactica theme. And this is to say, this is debating which is the better theme song.
Which will be quite clear once you hear both renditions.
Okay.
3.
Take my love, take my land, take me where I cannot stand. I don't care, I'm still free. You can't take the sky from me.
Pure gold. So, present me.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right, so now Felix is going to play Battlestar Galactica's theme. You heard him do Firefly. He's the one with the musical talent, and he can sing too. I'd suck. But he's going to play now the BSG theme. So, let's go.
3, 4. Hamsa hendan torreyo ohom I think it's quite clear that my rendition is way better than yours. Now if we can get for 30 seconds each,
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. So, you start.
3. I don't have the timer. Just time it in your head.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. The Battlestar Galactica theme is actually taken from original Middle Eastern music, and it's very spiritual, and it talks to you about it transmits the feeling of what the show is about.
Okay. No, because what I heard you sing has nothing to do with politics in space. And too many people use that. Like, that's now the go-to music. Like, I'm not slamming Middle Eastern-y kind of music, but now everybody uses it. I think it's even in Avengers. Like, what's it doing in Avengers, and what's it doing in Battlestar Galactica? I mean, in a show like Homeland, where, I mean, it's like this like kind of CIA terrorist-y kind of thing. I mean, they use it to effect, but not in BSG or Avengers. That's stupid.
All right, now your pro Firefly music
My
open theme song.
Sure. My pro Firefly music open theme song sets the tone and tells you the story. That tells you the story. It talks about how somebody like the Browncoats or like Mal has gotten everything taken away from me, and the only place he can be free is up in space. That's where the new frontier happened, away from the Alliance. So that's a perfect intro.
5 seconds.
5 seconds. Whatever. I'm done. Drop a mic.
The Firefly theme song was composed by Joss Whedon himself. He admitted that he did it over a couple of hours. He was writing, I think, in midnight or the wee hours of the morning. It's childish. It's a bad pop song, like from the 80s. I love the 80s, don't get me wrong, but if you can remember a bad pop song from the 80s, that's exactly what the Firefly song is. It's reductionist, it's simplistic, and it doesn't pay tribute to what is, I think it's an okay series, but it's just not superior to Battlestar Galactica. Cool?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm still free.
That's a wrap!
Wrap it!